got a secret underneath. Yeah, she's this naughty little freak. She likes to put on a show. She likes when it takes control.
What you saw last week is I see the games getting better, I see the rush getting better, I see the rush lanes getting better. I just see our team getting better. And I think you saw that last week with a lot of the four-man rush. I think you saw it when we started to pressure them when we could. And I just think you're going to continue to see that with those guys.
And Levis goes down.
We're like sending waves of different guys out there. So by the fourth quarter, when your line has played every single play and our D-line has each played half of those snaps, they're going. Now you got fast guys in the fourth quarter when they had to throw the ball. And that's why you saw, like, we were coming.
Blitzes on, he's under pressure. He's hit, he's sacked. Sacked for the 8th time.
Another defense that's been getting home is Minnesota's. The Vikings lead the league in sacks, thanks in very large part to NFC Defensive Player of the Week Jonathan Grenard, who's coming off a 3-sack performance.
And Stroud is sacked. Jonathan Grenard, a sweet Sunday for Grenard, the former Texan.
Not only is the scheme really tough to go against, but they've added some good pieces as well that have helped them become that much better.
They pose a problem. They got smart players. They pressure a lot, and they're very talented across the board. So it's going to be a really big challenge for us this week.
Takeaways will be at a premium in Sunday's border battle. And new Packers safety and league leader in interceptions, Xavier McKinney, is already up to speed on the significance of this matchup.
It's a big game for us. It's a division game. We know what we got to do, though. We know, what this game means, for us as a team, for our organization, for the fans. So we expect to play our best game, and that's just what it is. We're going to prepare that way, and we're going to make sure that we're on point.
A-grade NFC North matchup early in the year. Green Bay Packers at home coming off back-to-back wins, welcoming the Minnesota Vikings looking to start 4-0 for the first time since 2016.
Darnold sells the fake, throws it downfield, and drives it to Jefferson. How does Justin Jefferson get so wide open?
2016, a.k.a. the Sam Bradford days. Scolders plenty happy with the Sam they have in 2024. Green Bay next up to see what the Darnold Redemption Tour is all about. Enters off a 4 TD outing, no picks, rating near 120.
Darnold guns, open man, Jones, touchdown!
Can he keep it going? Packers secondary he takes on has held quarterbacks to a low 70s rate this season. They've picked him off 7 times against 5 TDs, picked off Will Levis twice last week.
Levis throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Xavier McKinney, 3 interceptions in 3 games.
We get the best one-on-one beef matchup this side of K-Dot and Mr. Graham, Jair Alexander, Justin Jefferson. Alexander with a pick 6 in week 3.
It's intercepted. Jair Alexander, high-stepping for 6.
They don't use diss tracks, though, diss dances. JJ breaking another one out week 3. He comes in off an 81-yard, 1-score game.
Darnold will throw, touchdown! Justin Jefferson open, and the Vikings cash in.
Green Bay's DBs also have to keep an eye on Jalen Naylor. He scored back-to-back weeks. Darnold's recent big game did not come with great pass protection either. He kept things clean despite getting sacked 4 times.
3rd and 8, and Darnold gets dumped by Will Anderson Jr.
Both Minnesota tackles gave up a sack. Interior gave up 2. All of them gave up double-digit pressure rates too. And now here comes the Pack's sack attack. Served up 8 whopping plates of Saccaroni and cheese versus Tennessee. Devontae Wyatt, Preston Smith with 2 each.
They bring pressure, Levis in trouble, and down he goes! Packers bring the heat. Kingsley Enagbari and Preston Smith.
Green Bay's run defense also feels good heading into week 4, held Tony Pollard to 2.3 a carry, but now it gets personal. They take on Mr. Sombrero this week, who may have revenge on his mind. Aaron Jones plays his first game against the green and yellow. He scored through the air versus the Texans, 46 yards receiving. He ran for 102 on 5.4 a run.
Jones busting to the clear. Jones short of the goal line.
You know Jones is going to try and make the leap if he scores. Will they push him back out? But since we're in the running back room, let's throw it over to the guy who replaced Jones, Green Bay's Josh Jacobs. He was held to 43 yards on 3.1 a carry versus the Titans. Emmanuel Wilson, though, picked up 50 yards on 4.2 a ramble.
Emmanuel Wilson zigzags up the middle, first down into Titans territory.
Vikings defense, those guys will try and hit against. No problems with the run versus the Texans, which isn't what turned heads. It was their secondary which shut down C.J. Stroud with 2 picks, held him to a sub-70 rate, just 215 yards.
Cameron Bynum with a pick.
Man, he moonwalked it, Cam Bynum did.
Packers O-line dealing with a blitz-happy front, bagged Stroud 4 times. Linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel with his 3rd of the year. Jonathan Grenard, 3 in 1 game, 4 for the season.
Stroud gets crushed. It is Grenard with revenge on his mind.
They probably chase Love in this one. I mean, who doesn't, right? Jordan almost came back last week, so seems like he'd be ready to go. But hey, Darnold isn't the only former backup making waves lately. Malik Willis is 2-0 as a starter, 73 yards rushing versus Tennessee, a TD.
Willis keeps on the zone read, bouncing towards the goal line, touchdown! Malik Willis into the end zone.
And he shined through the air too, 13 of 19, 10.6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown.
Willis looking that direction, down the sideline, floats it up, and a jump ball caught by Christian Watson.
What you talking about indeed. 5 Green Bay pass catchers of note. Romeo Doubs just 18 yards versus the Titans. Tight end Tucker Kraft, 24. Wilson, the running back, 35 yards plus the score. Wide receiver Jaden Reed, 50 yards. Christian Watson led the team with 67. Formula changes every week.
Swings it to Wilson. He's got blockers in front. Wilson inside the 20. A convoy in front. Wilson all the way in for his first NFL touchdown.
Minnesota cornerback Byron Murphy got beat for a touchdown last week, 118 yards. Shaq Griffin, Stephon Gilmore enter off good outings. This is a primo Week 4 matchup. Take the preview to the finish line. Fill the comment section with the written portion, keys, predictions, all that good stuff.
For you as a leader on the team, what is the message about those penalties?
Yeah, we just had to focus in on practice, cleaning up things fundamentally, just lock in. Obviously, we can see from last game, we left a lot of yards out there, but we just got to lock in, clean it up with our fundamentals.
This Vikings defensive line has 16 sacks so far this season. This is not a team that you want to mess with penalties. What is your mindset going into this game?
Get the job done. Come out this week 1-0. Play our ball. They do a lot of things, with their defense and personnel and stuff like that. But we really just got to go out there and play our ball. Everybody do their 1-11 and just hone into the assignment.
I know the last time you guys faced the Vikings, Sunday night game, you guys had your way with them. But how have they elevated their defense? You feel like from last season to this season?
Yeah, they brought a couple guys in that I feel like playing very well, fit the scheme with their defense. And they just playing hard up front and on the back end, just playing together. So it's going to be key for us. Like I say, everybody do their 1-11. We got a lot of great guys out here that can make plays and stuff like that. So everybody just doing their job and just playing the style of offense or team ball that we play. We're going to get the job done.
Every game is important, but a division rival who's coming in undefeated, a little extra juice for you with this one?
For sure. Especially like with the way that everybody in our division is playing right now, especially the Detroit and the Vikings. 3-0. I think the Detroit 2-1 or something like that. So it's gonna be a key game. Definitely just put us over top. Since I've been here, I feel like the last 2 years we fell short of winning the division. And when I first got here, we was division champs for a couple years. So just getting back to that, making sure that we establish the standard around here and just keep that going.
It's a long season, but that starts right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I say, division opponent coming in our house. We just gotta, dominate. Go out there and do our job.
I knew you was about to say that. It's a lot of excitement because it's a division game as well. Not only that, we're coming back home. Defense playing pretty good. As a team, we're doing real good. And the main goal is to be 1-0 every week. And so any chance we have that to be 1-0, that's the main thing, regardless of who it is. Of course, this is a rivalry game, so we're going to be on the edge a little bit, but that's all I can say for now.
What have you seen from their offense so far this season?
Pretty much everything. They're explosive, the way they use everybody, the way they use A. Jones. 18, of course, Justin Jefferson. Everybody, just the way they use their guys. I think everybody fit their offense pretty well.
You know Aaron Jones as well as anyone in this locker room. How weird is it going to be seeing him on the opposite side? But
It ain't gonna be.
What does he bring? You know, to the field?
I really can't speak because he's not really on this team anymore, but I don't really think he's going to be any different. No disrespect to him, but I'm just happy with the guys that we have here. No disrespect to him. He's a great person, great teammate, but he's really not on our team anymore, so I can't really say as much about him. But we just got to go out and just do our job and let that be it.
The Vikings defense has 16 sacks on the season so far. Is that kind of a challenge for you guys to try to beat them in this game?
No, not at all, because honestly, I didn't know that. I don't really pay attention to other teams' defenses, of course, but I know they do a lot of pressure, so that's probably the trick side of it. But as long as we do our job, we should be good. That's all.
You guys trying to go for 8 sacks again this game?
Got to talk to the guys up front. You got to talk to them. That's it. I don't know. Hope so. That'll be good, though, if so.
How important has it been for you guys generating turnovers so far to keep this game, getting the ball back to the offense?
I think it's really important. Anytime we can get the ball back to the offense, it can set up great field position, whether they get a touchdown out of it or a field goal. Points at the end of the day helps and wins the game. Not only that, anytime you win the ball, when the turnover margin on defense, it's a higher percentage that you're going to win that game. So anytime we in that favor, things going to turn out pretty good for us if we're on that side.
Vikings game's important, but on Saturday there's a very important game going on, Georgia versus Alabama. How you feeling about that one?
Feeling pretty good. Shaky a little bit, but we'll be all right.
I heard from some other Georgia boys that you guys aren't talking to the Alabama boys in the locker room.
Nah, we ain't talking to them. I talked to X on the field. That's it, though. That's the only. Josh, too. I ain't really got a chance to talk to Josh as much. But X, I put something in the air every now and then. I'm coming here at UGA down tomorrow, though. Nothing but gear tomorrow. Y'all want some? Bring y'all some, too?
Deck out the whole locker room, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Wait, last Friday, I asked you about kind of your progress in this defense.
Yeah.
And you felt like it was incremental.
Yeah.
Was last Sunday a really good step? I mean, you make the plan for it down. Like, there were some really good moments for you. Did you feel like that was another really positive step?
Yeah, I think it's a positive step, leaning towards to where I want to go. I'm just trying to build my confidence at this point. I can be so hard on myself, you know what I'm saying? I can get down because I'm not making plays, or I can make a mistake, or whatever the case may be. And it can be pointed out. Sometimes the good things don't always get pointed out. Sometimes it can be the bad things. I'm just trying to not get aside myself and not be selfish. And then get out the way of my teammates or trying to make plays, and all of a sudden I interfere with what we want to do on defense. As long as I do my job, everything else is going to take care of itself. And I know I'm going to get mine at the end of the day. It may not be this week, it may not be next week, but eventually I'll be where I want to be.
So I feel like we kind of talked about that with you last year. Like, you're almost conscientious to a fault.
Yeah.
You're so hard on it. I mean, what's the process to get better with that? Because you want guys to care that deeply.
Yeah, for sure.
But not if it becomes a negative.
Yeah, sometimes it can bother you. Because honestly, it bothered me for a while. But I just relate back to everything that brought me here, praying, whatever the case may be, meditating as well. I kind of shied away from meditating. And ever since week 1, I've been trying to lock in and meditate much more so I can translate on to the field. Like I said, I'm gonna be where I want to be. It may take me a little while, but eventually I'll get there. Appreciate you.
You also meditate in the end, the end zone last week after the
I be feeling good, like everything just from my mind, because I think so much. Everything, I just feel so calm. Whenever I meditate, I just let everything go, and after that, I just go out there and just play. That'd be all. Just be calm. That's it.
Asking you Sunday. You kind of give me that look like maybe not right now. Let's do it this week. Let's do it now. How excited are you to be able to go back there?
I'm definitely excited to go back. That's where it all started for me. Just a moment of gratitude, a full circle moment, and just, like I said, take a moment and thank God for everything. So far in this football career, without him, I wouldn't have been there. Without God, I wouldn't be here. So just a moment of thanks, really.
Is there any chip on a shoulder, or do we maybe make too much of that?
I always had a chip on my shoulder since I've been playing football, so I feel like I've always been overlooked or underrated, so I've always had a chip on my shoulder, and that's never going to change.
What's your defense
Their defense they got a new defensive coordinator, so they're running a 4-3 scheme, but they really pride themselves on 11 hats to the ball, no lows. Even the big guys, if it's a screen, they're the stack monsters. They're chasing it downfield, and then they want to be physical and set edges as well. So.
What's it like going to work on Sundays in that building?
Lambeau. It was fun. It was fun. You know, just ball really, and the fans made it. Fans made it fun. Your teammates made it fun, and at the end of the day, I feel like that's one of the stadiums that you get that college feel when you go to. You still got the old school bleachers, so you get that feel. You see the fans out there kind of tailgating early, so it was a good place to be.
Matt LaFleur said you were one of his all-time favorite players that he coached. I'm just curious, like in your mind.
Who? No, I'm just kidding. He got me like that. So.
And so, and he did do that. But just curious, in your mind, like when you walked out of there for the last time, like what your mindset was about that place and that organization. And, things ended.
To be honest, my last time walking out of there, I thought I was coming back. So, so that it was a little bit different. Figuratively, the last time I went there was probably during OTAs to kind of pack up the house and just was in a I was kind of already moved past it because I was here already, kind of working on myself, working with my new teammates. But just even then, it was while I'm back in Green Bay. This is a kind of like a full circle moment. Who thought I would have been here packing my stuff up, but I am and ready for this new adventure. So that was kind of that moment.
So what was your feeling about the organization when things went down and you ended your time there?
I understand it's a business, and I made a lot of great relationships there. I have a lot of respect for the people there and the relationships that I've made there, and it's nothing but love. I understand it's a business, and at some point you got to make business decisions, and it may be a hard decision, but you got to make a decision and live with it.
Aaron, with the rivalry specifically, as far as like the fans go, obviously the two places are pretty close together, and it feels like, you know, when you go to Lambeau, like there's, you know, split households and all the tailgates are kind of mixed fans. Just how does that add to the rivalry and kind of atmosphere?
It adds a lot, knowing that you're right here on the border, really, and you wanna bring the winning side back over here to give our fans over here something to brag about. Give the state of Minnesota bragging rights over Wisconsin, and you know the fans are really the ones who amp this up and get behind it. We know how big of a game it is as well, but the fans are the ones who are kind of crazy about it, you know. So we want to do it for them as well.
What does it make you like? How does it make you feel that like a lot of Packer fans on social media and stuff like that, obviously they want their team to win, but really wanting the best for you, talking about the impact that you made for them?
They thank them, you know. They could be some fans are hard on me just for coming here, but they could be hard on me. But I think it's a testament to who I was in my time there, the heart that I showed, and just being in the community. So I thank them for being receptive to it.
Why do you think you've been able to fit in here so quickly and easily and smoothly?
Just being hungry. I feel like being hungry, coming in, ready to learn the playbook, ready to kind of make an impact. Knowing where I want to go and where I want to be and help this team be, just kind of I wanted to hit the ground running as soon as week one came, and kind of felt like I was able to do that. Just the offense is perfect for me, and I was able to just kind of come in and hone in on the fine details. I got CJ up there helping me as well, which is amazing to have. I sit next to him in meetings. If I have a question, and like they're doing an install, and just, hey CJ, and just ask him a quick question, and he'll give me the rundown on everything, and that's really been huge for me.
Why is it perfect for you, this scheme?
Because you get used in so many different ways. I feel like I'm a versatile back, and here I get to show that, whether it's in the run game, the pass game, blocking, chipping, screens. So multiple different ways of getting the ball in your hands out in space.
Aaron, everyone talks about your positivity. It seems like anyone you talk to mentions it. Where does that come from?
I feel like it comes from my parents, but also just myself as well. Just a mindset. If you're negative, nothing probably nothing's gonna go right if you're being negative. But if you're positive, speaking good things into existence, manifesting things, I feel like it'll definitely come true or work itself out. And then you're also not getting worked up. You're being positive. You're not getting your heart rate up. You're relaxed when you're being positive. And I actually seen something yesterday. I don't know how true it is, but it was saying what separates the top 5 athletes from the top 25 athletes, and it was saying positive thoughts. Like if you're out there and the whole time you're thinking positive thoughts, it calms your breathing. You're saving a lot of energy. You're conserving your energy, and and then it said on the flip side, the guys who were negative throughout the game, when it came down to make that play, they either didn't make the play or they were tired, different things, because they were negative and they were putting that in their mind. So I feel like it's a part of my mental training, just being positive, seeing, and also going into perspective. You can always find the positive in any situation, whether it's a bad situation. If you learn from it, that's a positive. So just finding the positive in every situation.
Aaron, is your son excited to go back this weekend?
He is excited to go back. He is.
Aaron, you had the piece in the Players Tribune today. Just what motivated you to do that?
I feel like I didn't say goodbye, and their fans, I feel like they were kind of in the middle, like with me coming. So I just wanted to let them know, hey, it's nothing but love and respect. I'm here now. This is where my heart is. I love being here. I love everything about this organization. But I just wanted to tell them thank you for my time there, accepting me, allowing me to become the player that I am. The community welcomed me with open arms and allowing me to make an impact in the community.
Brett Favre told me that he wasn't prepared for the triggers when he got to Lambeau Field, and it threw him for a twist because he thought he was ready and relaxed, and he got there, and then you see the buildings, the hotels, everything that you lived with for so long, and he says he wishes he would have prepared more for that visual when he got there, and he had to work through that. You prepared for that ahead of time?
Well, we're staying in Appleton, so that kind of helps a little bit. No, I think it's just I'm gonna kind of be in the zone, just flowing. I've been there. I know. I'm familiar with the place. I've played so many games there. Different locker room. I have been in that locker room though, so it won't be too new. But I'm just excited to go back and have that full circle moment.
Aaron, have you thought about what it might feel like to score a touchdown at Lambeau in a different uniform?
Of course, of course. If you're not thinking about the end zone, you're thinking about the wrong thing. No, definitely, and I'm definitely leaping. Definitely leaping up there. It depends on which end zone I'm scoring, but either end zone is not too tall, so it is kind of high up there, but I can still get up there. So either one. Hopefully, there's a Vikings fan in one of them, so I can jump up to them. I think that'll be a pretty cool shot, pretty cool side by side with the two jerseys and doing a Lambeau leap.
Aaron, you mentioned your parents. Just where have you seen your upbringing translate to your career the most?
Being able to adapt to change quickly. I feel like that's what the military is. Not only the people who are in the service serve, but the families serve too. They go through those hardships. So anytime my mom or dad was getting ready to move, we had to move. And just establishing yourself in sports, every place you move. And I feel like that's a lot. It goes hand in hand in today's football game, where you got to go out there every weekend, be consistent and show who you are and prove it. I feel like that's probably the biggest thing. And then, just putting all your differences aside to come together for one common goal. That's what they do in the military. They put all their differences aside, race, religion, to protect us and protect our country. And that's what we do in this locker room, just to try to bring a Super Bowl back here. Thank you.
Wes, a Packers all-time great, is returning to Lambeau this Sunday in a different uniform. But once this game kicks off, it's not about Aaron Jones. It's about the Packers and the Vikings, and it's time for Final Thoughts. All right, Weston, what's at stake?
Early control in the NFC North, Mike. Minnesota Vikings off to a 3-0 start, one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. But the Green Bay Packers, they've pulled themselves back into this thing too after the non-conference victory, sitting at 2-1 in this matchup. If you can knock off the Vikings, you're suddenly standing atop your division.
Absolutely, and the Packers are simply looking to continue their winning streak. Whether it's Jordan Love or Malik Willis at quarterback, Green Bay has built up a ton of momentum here the last couple weeks, and you just want to keep it rolling. Wes, who's heating up? Presented by Aurora Heated Apparel.
Don't call it a comeback. Christian Watson back in the explosive plays category. Listen, Mike, those two that he had last week, both at the beginning of that game and then also keying a drive late, this was the Christian Watson vintage explosiveness that we have seen from him so many times, and it changes an NFL game. The Minnesota Vikings will have to take an account for him with that secondary where he is at all times. Christian Watson gets another 30-plus catch. Could be looking at another Packers win.
Yeah, why not? And my guy in this game is on the other side of the ball, and it's Preston Smith. Packers had 8 sacks on defense against the Tennessee Titans. The elder statesman of the group, Preston Smith, had 2 of those. So he's coming into this game on a roll. The other thing, if you include Preston Smith's games early in his career with Washington against the Minnesota Vikings, Preston has 8.5 sacks and 2 interceptions in his career against the Vikings. He likes facing these guys. Wes, I say simply the Packers win this game if they can get out to a fast start. We talk about the importance of that all the time, but in this particular matchup, Minnesota's 3-0 start has very much been fueled by playing from ahead. They have trailed for only 3.5 minutes of all 3 games, a 3-0 deficit very early in week 1. Otherwise, 155-plus minutes the Vikings have been playing from in front. Get in front of them, flip the script, get them uncomfortable, and see if you can pull out a win.
I agree, Mike. And for the Green Bay Packers, I want to see them run the football. I mean, this is a team right now that is dominating time of possession, but they are facing another stiff test in the Minnesota Vikings with their second-ranked run defense. Packers lead the league right now. They've done it unconventional at times, but if you can push the pace against Minnesota, I like this team's chances.
All right, and with that, we will sign off on this edition of Final Thoughts. Be sure to follow all of our coverage of Sunday's big game from Lambeau on Packers.com and on all of your social media channels. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the ballgame.
The border rivalry resumes as the Packers take on the Minnesota Vikings at historic Lambeau Field.